Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I'm the King EngageTV. Welcome back to a brand new video. Really quickly, this video is going to be much different than the regular videos I make, and I want to see how this goes, and I might start making more content in this type of realm, a little Jev style. I don't want to talk. I want to yap a little bit. Is it alright if I yap just a little bit really quickly? I just want to say hello, whatever day that you're seeing this on. Hope you're having a good day. Now, you're going to be watching some FRAGPUNk gameplay in the background, sniper gameplay, two different games. It's going off a little bit. The goal is still to get 70 kills, 70 plus kills in a game. I still have not been able to achieve that, so that's the theme. That is the theme, or a nuke, or something. Just pop off. But anyways, I just want to quickly talk and touch upon usernames. You know, whether it be on any sort of social media platform or a video game or Discord, was it social, whatever. Usernames is one of the most crucial things that we have in the digital world, because our username is our own personal online identity. You know, because when we're born, we don't get to choose like your social security number, or you don't get to choose like whatever number that you get. You actually don't get to choose your driver's license number. You don't get to choose anything that it's assigned to you, right? So when the internet's going on and it's being put in, you know, it's being made and it goes live and we have public access to it, eventually we get the option to select our own names. You know, like before that, you don't really get a chance to select your own name unless like you're trying to change your name from like the government or something. And even then, like I heard that's a strenuous process. But yeah, we don't get to choose our names, right? So that's kind of interesting that the online is where we was able to finally start readily being able to choose our names. I don't gotta stop saying that. But you know, with that being said, I find it very interesting that when people make their names and people have this as like their online tag, like their badge name, you know, because you're wearing it, you know, this is what we identify you as. And, you know, I'm sure I'm not the only one that says this. Like there is people who I've been online friends with for years, and I might even know their real name, but I still call them by their username. It's just because that's what I identified you as. That's how I met you. That's what it is. I've been calling you that for so long or whatever, even though your name might be Nick or Thomas or Sammy or Jessica, I still got to call you by your username. It's very, very... Oh, hold on. 1 second. I'm about to pop off. Shout out to me for that clip. That clip is clean. But anyways, I just want to know, like, what was y'all thought process? Because that's the most interesting question when it comes to everyone's username. Is people have some crazy online names or very interesting online names, and whenever someone has like a crazy one or one that's like really out there, and I asked them about it, I've gotten the same answers every single time. They'll just be like, oh, I just made this, you know, when I was a kid and I haven't changed it. And it's just like, bro, you have so many opportunities now to change it. You're just not ever going to change it. And like, I'm pretty sure the first time is free now. You know what I mean? Before it was like $10. It's free for the first time. So, and you still don't change it. It's like, it's very interesting to me when people have such crazy names. Another one be like, that just don't have an answer as to why they made it their username. They'll just say, oh, I don't know. I just did it one day. I don't know. And it's just like, man, this is your name. Like, this is really your name. Like, I don't know. And then, you know, there's those that's like, oh, my brother's account or whatever. But I just wanted to ask y'all a question. What is y'all backstory behind your username? If you want to share in the comments, feel free. I want to know Where did you get your username from? Where did it come from? What spawned about it? If you can't even remember, because as we're getting older and older and older, the stories just get older as well. So if you can remember. Now, what y'all might not know about me is I've gone through so many different name changes, from the first time I can ever being, I think, on like MySpace or something, and then Facebook and all that, all the way, and then AIM, right? xat.com. That, I don't know how you say it, but that was a chat room website. You had to make a username on there. I've gone through so many different usernames over the course of my life, and I'm really set on Engage now being my username, right? That's my username. That's my YouTube name, is Engage. Whenever a game has, a game lets you select a name, I put Engage every single time. And when it's taken, I'm like, this doesn't make any sense, because who else is using this name? But yeah, anyways, y'all might not know that I've gone through so many different usernames. In fact, one of the first online usernames that I could even remember using, especially when it came to like online gaming, like PlayStation and all that, it wasn't my account, but the name was a female name, right? It was Snow Tigress. Snow Tigress was that was my name. They would call me Snow for short, because the tigress is a female tiger, right? So they would call me Snow, because they were like, why's your name tiger? But that's what I was going by. And that's actually, I remember the day, now that I think about it, when I remember the day where I was finally getting my own, because at that time that was my sister's name. I was finally getting the opportunity to make my own name, because I finally got my own PlayStation, right? I finally got my own stuff, and I didn't know what to pick. And I really had to sit and think and just sit. And like, that was a moment, because I was like, my friends on here, on her account, at least they know me by Snow. Should I change my name to something Snow like this? And but without making the story too long, I ended up stumbling upon an Engage. And the reason why my username is Engage is because FaZe, and if anyone that remembers FaZe Clan, before they were doing like these skits and real life stuff, they was all about their gaming and primarily sniping, trick-shotting, feeding, my MW2, Modern Warfare. That was their thing, right? So all of the members that was having these sniping episodes drop, they needed to have a name, right? So it would be FaZe underscore or FaZe space something. And a lot of times the episode name, the title of the episode, would be based around the username. So if it was like, I can't even remember, but it was basically, if it was like FaZe Airplane, then the episode would be called like excellent ascent or something. And that's why, if like Pomage, he had Pomage Perfectionist, which was his episode, it brought with the P's. There was FaZe Apex, and Apex had like Predator as like and it was just like these things. So when that was all going on, I needed to, the goal was for me to get into FaZe, because at that time, everyone that was playing Call of Duty and stuff, we wanted to get into FaZe. So I needed to have a name that was unique, that was not taken by any FaZe member. It wasn't too similar to any FaZe member's name, and I needed to have, on top of a name, I needed to have a title, an episode, idea, like what I'm gonna name it when I get put into the clan. And that's exactly what I did. I spent about a day thinking and just going through every single name and studying and trying to figure out what the name of my episode's gonna be, what the name of my montage is gonna be, the big ones, and that's exactly where Engage came from. Engage came from that brainstorming on it. Not that I had any chance of getting into FaZe, but what I could create with this username and what I'm gonna go by. So FaZe Engage, I don't know if there was ever a FaZe Engage, but I know the PSN username was taken. That was very annoying. But anyways, so Engage, and my episode was gonna be called, I actually have episodes there. The bloopers episodes are called Enraged, because I'm mad that I didn't get the full clip, the full feed. The episodes that are standard is called engulfed, and that's actually what I have. I have a couple episodes with the engulfed tag. I actually had 3 episodes, the second one being the best edited, the third one being the best clips, but horrible editing because I did it myself. So I'll actually link, in matter of fact, I'll link all 3 of my engulfed episodes in the description, and if y'all ever want to go ahead and just check those out, man, maybe go down a little memory lane, nostalgia lane. But yeah, so you know, that's where the name came from me, you know, trying to fit in the phase and you know, figure something out that was unique. So that's exactly what it was. So I mean, that's it, man. That's it for today's video. I got more videos coming soon. Make sure y'all stay tuned and subscribe for more and like and all that good stuff. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.